Okay, so July 25th, I believe, or 26th today, Thursday. And here's the front. We got all this cut back today. Did a lot of this natal plum today. Try to retrain it down. That's going good. You can see these Mauna are doing pretty good. We're gonna spread some more compost on them today because they seem to benefit. Oh, some fresh cuts here. They'll grow back. Here's your compost. 10 bags this time. Royal Point Sienna is coming back in nicely. And all this is pretty thick. It's when it gets towards the driveway that it thins out, and I haven't seen any for sale. We had some problems with the water here. Get that squared away. And we would cut down this side too. It's kind of doing a weird thing where it was going up. So I cut that back down. And spider lily's looking good. Most things are looking good here except for these driveway Carissa. They don't look that great. So we're gonna spend a little time, make sure they get plenty of compost and see how they do. Cut the hibiscus hedge, I think probably for the first time. So it looks good. Pomelo tree is pretty big. Probably need to trim that down here soon. I'll try to get a shot of it from the top. You can tell me where to go on that. And then you just have the one big empty spot here. But the other ones, like this one here, is kind of turning into a monster. That's good. This other one here is looking good. All the hedges are trained. Jatropha is filling out. It's not really growing up, it's really just growing out. So probably time to take off some low branches and see if we can't get it to stretch up. All the plumerias are blooming and look great, including in the back. And you can see pomelo tree is just about the top of the plumerias there, so it's still within reason. This little Y is all filled in good, except for maybe one spot over there. Mock orange hedge looks good. We treated it for mold or fungus, I should say, and that actually seems to really have done the trick. And the same thing with these phoenix palms or pygmy date palms. Right in here in the middle, there's still a little bit of it. You can see this stuff, and it's weird. You have to kind of open the leaf and you can see it. I think Larry pointed it out to me. So I treated it with the Eagle 20, which is the best stuff for it. And it looks like it's receding a bit, but there's still, you almost want to open these up like that. But it doesn't seem like it's harming the plant at all. It just seems like it's kind of just there. I'm not sure if this one's ready to open, but it was kind of making just sticky. But all this is pretty good. The Xanadu and Monstera should be happy with that. I think I am. Sorry if I'm jerky with the camera. The plumerias all are big and full and not too many bugs. The citrus, I wasn't sure. I had a note to make sure to harvest the fruit, so we've been doing some of that. But as far as the height, I don't know if you want to reduce it now. It's all still super pickable, so I'm kind of not tempted to just leave it alone and let it bush out. And there's a lot of fruit in there, so that's all good. Over here, poisoned the hillside and cut it all back again. And the only thing that's really giving me a hard time at all is the Hong Kong orchid, which is still somehow sprouting even after all the poison I dumped on it. I didn't work in your backyard today because I figured we just focus on the front. All the weeds are out, so that's good. Grassestaceae back here. I didn't put too much of it because it takes over, it goes pretty quick. So we just put this much. And then this sprinkler, I know it looks ugly, but I left the couplers on because I've been moving it back and forth, trying to find just the best spot for it. And then once it's watered in, we can hide the sprinkler again, because as you know, Acastacia doesn't take much water. So like I said, there's some brown in here, but we didn't go through here. This will be next week. We'll come through and do the brown and the blowing and stuff. But for now, it's fine. The other plumeria tree, pretty big. We'll probably have to go ahead and cut them back at some point here. And I'll show you the pathway from the other side. All the ceiling wax are doing great. I think that water leak, all the plants just sucked it up. So we planted Acastacia back there too, just to try to balance it out. Sorry, back here. The Congo Rojos are doing fine. It's a little dry for them still, even with the extra water that Kaimalu gets, but I'm glad we picked that because it is a bulletproof plant. None of these made it. We tried, we moved them around, we did different stuff with them. So unfortunately, those are just sticks now. But this guy's doing great. It's turned into a very big plant. And as far as pulling it forward, kind of tricky, but it's doing so well we could just trim the back of it probably and do what you wanted to do. And there's the path. And the path looks, you know, nice and neat. As you can see, it's all fine. Mondo's growing in some spots, like over there, it's 100%. Coming down here, the ginger area. This burn on this dwarf, I always get that. I don't think it's a full sun plant. People do plant in full sun, but I think it's a shade plant, or a partial shade at least. I trimmed up some of these Bismarckias as well, just because it was kind of turning into a big deal. And a couple of weeds up here, but you see you have very little weed content anywhere on property. Did a pretty good job of that. And my shoes are clean, so I'm just gonna walk across the pool deck. Show you I'll take a peek at the front from the top so you get a better view of it too. So yeah, Plumeria and Plumella, all same height. Basically the Plumella's a little bit taller. And then the front. Just a couple of bare spots down here and over there. But over here's look good, and hopefully that eco compost will help pump it up even just a little bit more. It's so hot right now that hopefully just a little bit of water and the plants will just start sucking up all that good nutrients in the compost. And here's this bed. These are pretty full. We lost one Xanadu here. Not too sure why. These drip lines are always a problem, but luckily, you know, with the Xanadu and the Phoenix palms, they don't need too much water, so that's good. Kind of got lucky on that planting arrangement, because that's, you know, one of those really, really long runs on the drip line, and it just loses pressure. And so, you know, even when you run it for a long time, towards the end, it's just the worst of the pressure system. Okay, well, that's your house today, and I hope you guys are doing good. I'll upload this tonight, and hopefully you get it tomorrow. Okay.